Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about Beneil Dariush recent comments in regard to the upcoming fight between current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and challenger Arman Tsarukyan in the fight that's going to include the two for the second time. But before getting started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Beneil Dariush has added his name to the list of fighters that have made some comments in regards to the upcoming fight between current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and number one contender Arman Tsarukyan. Beneil Dariush in recent comments claims that this fight's going to be a close fight. I would have to agree with Beneil Dariush in this regards. I believe that this fight's going to be a close, frustrating fight, not only for the two fighters, but for the fans watching. I do have to take into consideration the explosiveness of Arman Tsarukyan, which will probably leave him exposed in certain parts of the fight, certain parts where Islam Makhachev can capitalize on, either with a takedown. Not saying that taking Arman Tsarukyan down is an easy task. The dude is a bundle of energy. I'm talking about super explosive, and he is just dynamic, and he is a relentless fighter. He will not give up on himself. So Islam also has to take that into consideration. But one thing for certain, I think this is going to act like two equal forces colliding. Like I said, I don't think that this fight's going to be much entertaining for the viewer. It's just my prediction. I could be wrong about this. Islam Makhachev does knock people out. He does finish people. His recent fights are clear. That's clearly evident. Islam finishes people. You can go back to the Alexander Volkanovski fight and his last fight as well. He finished Dustin Poirier, a guy who is levels beyond so many fighters in that lightweight division, and Islam finished him and made it look pretty easy. I wonder how Dustin Poirier would have done against a guy like Arman Tsarukyan. In all honesty, I would probably have to bet everything on Dustin Poirier in that fight. Not saying that Dustin Poirier's levels above Arman Tsarukyan, but when it comes to stand-up, Dustin Poirier is just 101, and that's a fact. Losing to the current champion Islam Makhachev takes nothing away from the diamond, and I'm super interested in seeing what happens for Poirier next. But for Arman Tsarukyan, I envision this fight to be a close fight, just like Beneil Dariush thinks. But at the same time, Beneil added some comments. He thinks that Arman Tsarukyan can cause Islam Makhachev some problems. Now, if I were to think about that, what is Beneil Dariush talking about when he says that Arman Tsarukyan can cause Islam Makhachev some problems? Is it in the wrestling department? I really have doubts that Arman Tsarukyan can take Islam Makhachev down. You know, the first encounter between the two was, I don't want to say boring. I'm going to go ahead and say it was not a quote-unquote entertaining fight. Not the most entertaining fight. And I just kind of expect the same thing to happen again. Can Arman Tsarukyan get reckless, try to rush Islam Makhachev and perhaps fall victim to a head kick or a takedown and submission? Islam is capable of both. And if you are to underestimate Islam and try to rush Islam, Islam has the ability to finish guys. I mean, for God's sake, this guy finished Alexander Volkanovski. I don't understand that Ilia Topuria had done it as well, but he did it after Islam finished him. And it was a short period of time that in terms of break that Alexander Volkanovski took, because before he took that Ilya Topuria fight, which helped him make him look the way he did against Topuria. But really, you have to track back to that Islam Makhachev fight and the way that Islam finished Alexander Volkanovski. That was just spectacular, to say the least. So if I were to pick, I would have to go with Islam Makhachev, just because he is the current lightweight champion, and I just don't see Arman Tsarukyan giving Islam a hard time. As a matter of fact, I think if if Arman tries to rush Islam, then he is in for a rude awakening. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.